years from now. It may not be 4 years from now. Your opportunity might come in the next 6 weeks. My man told his grandfather, I'm graduating, and 2 weeks later, even before he literally marched, his grandfather passed. Who's gonna pass in your life because you average? Who's not gonna see you blow up? Who's not gonna see you accomplish your goals? Who's not gonna be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor with you? And one day you're gonna be great, but you think you got time. You think you got time. AET 3 years from now. I'm telling you, you deserve to be great now. Some of you will never be, you'll never have, you'll never do, because you sitting around waiting on a phone call, because you sitting around waiting for somebody to give you an opportunity. Your opportunity to get your mama out of that neighborhood and get your mama into a new neighborhood, listen to me, that opportunity might come in the next 6 months. You new at your job and you like, E.T., look, I just got here. I got forever. Listen to me very closely. You gotta hear me. You might be at that job another 10 years. You might be there another 20 years. But that opportunity, somebody's about to leave and get another job. Hear me very closely. Somebody's about to quit. Somebody's about to get fired. And you will not, listen to me, you will not be ready at that particular moment to go to the next level. Question is, will you be ready when that opportunity comes? So you're running out of time. There's a certain determination, there's a certain level of resiliency, a bounce back, a get back up that you have to reach certain levels of success. It's about being prepared beforehand so that when the opportunity comes, you are already ready for the opportunity. It's not playing Call of Duty and waiting by and putting the phone by you, waiting for somebody to pick up the phone and call you. That's not what it's about. Preparation. We're getting prepared just in case the opportunity comes. I don't want to start practicing on the opportunity. I want to practice before, so when the opportunity comes, I can stroke it. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You are who you are in practice when you play. And if you hadn't practiced, then when it's time to play, your play is going to be practiced. You heard me? Your play is going to be practiced. So it's working in the off season. It's doing what you got to do in the off season. So when the regular season come, you ready. You heard me say it before. I am an athlete. I am a professional. So whether there's a game or not, I wake up and shoot. I heard a little kid call me last week. He said, E.T., thanks, bro. I got up today at 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm practicing my soccer game. He said, but guess what? That's not what's important. He said, I'm not on the team, Eric. He said, I didn't make the soccer team, but I'm getting up at 5 o'clock every morning practicing as if I made it. There are two types of people. There are people who plan for events, and when the events don't show up, they don't show up. And then there's another group that's hungry, and they want it as bad as they want to breathe. And whether there's an event or not, they getting up. Whether there's an opportunity or not, they getting up and getting dressed. They getting up, they getting out, and they going to make it happen. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? I don't plan for events anymore. I plan because it's a part of the process. I plan because I'm a professional. I plan because I create my own luck. You ain't got to rely on nobody to get off average but you. So if I was to ask most of you, you already know what your challenge is. You ain't dumb. You know what it is. You just don't fight it. And at what point are you going to fight against that nature in you that you know? And you have the power to be great. It's in you. You capable of it. Now, you have to understand, if you stay average and you stay good, you'll never get to where you're trying to get to. And I'm challenging you to fight it. We all have 24 hours.
A few years ago, Tony Robbins helped Serena Williams break through a mental slump and return to championship form.
What makes some of us average, makes some of us good, some of us great, is not the family you was born into, right? It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with your socioeconomic status. It has everything to do with how you command your life. People act as if you grow up in a house where your parents are rich, you're automatically, bro, we can look at people who grew up in wealth. They do drugs too. They make bad decisions too. Unfortunately, they take their lives as well. It doesn't matter where you come from. If you don't activate you, the environment doesn't matter anyway. It's the mindset. And so when I look back, like I had a victim mindset. Like everything was about somebody else. All the anger and the frustration and the hurt, it was all blaming. Everything was about this person or that person or this person. Everything that's supposed to blow me up and take me to the next level is somebody else's responsibility. I never even realized I was where I was because of who I was. And I was actually getting the physical manifestations of my thoughts, of my feelings, my emotions. Like I was creating this and didn't even realize. I thought my mom created it. I thought my father created it. It's like, no, E, you created this. And I'm gonna tell you, the moment I realized you are the greatest common denominator, like you the common denominator. Once that realization hit me, it was like, oh, okay, you got some confessing to do, bruh. And I'm gonna tell you the hardest thing that I've ever done. Somebody asked me the other day, like, what's one of the hardest things you ever done? The hardest thing I've ever done was look in the mirror and tell myself I was sorry. And so the Eric Thomas that you're seeing, that dude is the dude that looked himself in the mirror and was like, yo, you owe yourself an apology. You owe yourself correction. You owe yourself change. You need to be taught. You need to be trained. You need to become a better human. That was one of the most difficult days of my life, was looking at myself, correcting myself, telling myself I was sorry, and then moving forward saying, now what are we gonna do from this point? You always blame somebody, but why? And the reason why is because it was easier to put it on my mom and my dad than for me to have to do the work. Because what I didn't realize as a young adult is that when you say it's somebody else, whether you mean to do it or not, you give them the keys to your life. You said it. They didn't do this, and because they didn't, they got the keys. Feel this word, vision. It means the ability to see the end before you even get started. And that's what I need y'all to do for me. Like, don't get so caught up on, counting the cost. I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to do this. No, I want you to see the vision. I want you to see the full picture, and then we're gonna walk into it. Like I had a vision of getting a GED, a vision of getting a 4-year degree, a vision. Listen to me, it just didn't happen on its own. I had to see it first, a vision of traveling across the world. I'm trying to tell you, if I can do it, anybody can do it, but it's not working harder. You need to be more disciplined about your mindset. You're already in pain, get a reward for it. Look, do me a favor. Everything you say, you're right. But why go through life with whatever people did to you when you were younger or a young adult, and then you have to live with it for the next 40, 50 years? All the stuff that you said was absolutely right. My daddy wasn't there, my mama did this person did to me. Why would you let them destroy your life? Let's go. Why would you let them own you? Why would you allow that thing they did to hurt you now define the rest of your life? Yeah. It's like, no, I was in pain. It's real. That's what I'm saying to everybody. We all go through pain. Some of us go through pain and it becomes our tombstone. Some of us go through pain and it's a scar. And we live a life of reward. So I'm just gonna say, you gotta deal with all of that, because when you get here, when you get to this level, you ain't practicing no more. You either got it or you don't. You don't even realize it's a blessing that you're not there yet. Because had you got to where you wanted to get to, most of you might lose it.
There's a little bit more to that clip, but I'll send it out. I'll send it to you guys. But listen, if you're not following like people that are like, I hate to use the word motivation, right? Because everybody walks around thinking, oh, I gotta get motivated. I gotta get motivated. No, you don't. No, you don't. You gotta get discipline, and you need to lock in. You don't need motivation. Motivation is, right? It's fleeting. It's gone, right? If I got to motivate you today, I'm gonna have to motivate you tomorrow and the next day and next month and next year, right? Discipline will solve all of that, right? Discipline will solve all that. And the craziest thing about this business, really any sort of like entrepreneurship type thing, is if you can't discipline yourself to do this, then you will go back to your job to be disciplined by another adult. Let that sink in for a second. Right? What would you rather have? Some self-instilled discipline or discipline from another adult? Like that guy, like, but that's reality, right? Like that's reality. And so for some of you guys, if you're new tonight, and it's your first time, cool, right? Sometimes I can be a little intense. I try not to be. I try to dial it down, right? I gave up my temper for Lent, so I'm not going to yell, right? I don't. I'm just kidding. But but tonight, right? It's March, right? So it's a new month. This is the first Thursday of the new month, and so I want to go over all of the new things that Primerica released as far as like incentives and bonuses and all that sort of stuff. Oh, Megan, you're in for a treat. You're in for a treat. I'll show you where to find all that, right? Because everybody can go get this. I'm not, right? It's not like they just send it to the regional vice presidents. When you log in to POL, guys, and you pull up Primerica Online, right, whether you're on your app or on your computer, it's always there. And for whatever like the slogan is for the month, right? Like last month it was Fight to Win February. This month it's Where's the Money March. So whatever that slogan is, it's always out there. Right. So if you pull up Primerica Online, it's right here. See where it says "Where's the Money March?" Right. Our friends Rezi and Lori just hit their million. Right. So they're the newest $1 million earners in company history. So number 172. They'll be at ECBS. They always are. So you definitely want to get to that. But if you click "Where's the Money March?" right here, boom, it takes you to the incentive and everything that's going on. You can download the presentation. It kind of gives most of like the basics on the top level, right? But the whole presentation has way more. So let me get rid of this, right? Because I already downloaded the presentation. I got rid of a bunch of the nonsense stuff that doesn't really matter to us, right? And of course, I had to feature my favorite cat, right? It's my favorite cat. Everybody knows my favorite cat. So show me the money, right? It's this, I'm telling you guys, this guy's like my spirit animal. I love this little guy, right? So where's the money march? This came out last month while we were down at Marco Island, and it's sort of a like a conversation starter, right? And there's some cool things in here in this presentation, but stuff that's going on this month, right? Anybody that gets one direct recruit in the month is going to get a t-shirt, right? They'll get mailed to the office, and then I will figure out like distributing them later. But go make sure your sizes are accurate in POL. So go to my POL, all apps, my info, and then update your personal info. Make sure your size is accurate, right? Because Lakin, you don't want to be like getting some double X t-shirt and you're like, man, I don't know how I'm doing this, right? When you're like this big, it's not gonna work out well. So go make sure that stuff is up to date. But this is the big one, guys. Like if you're still in your bonus window, which a lot of you are, I will tell you when this thing got released again, I was floored. I've been in the business for almost 4 years. Before last month, I had only ever seen the $300 bonus for a one time. Well, we just did it again in February, so that was the second time I'd ever seen it. And now we just did it 2 months in a row. I thought, like, if you would have asked me last month, I would have lost a paycheck on a bet because I would have said there's no way they'll bring it back. They usually don't. But right now, right, every one by one is a $300 bonus, right? So you get one direct recruit and you sit through 1,000 in field training. FTO is field training observation. That means you're not licensed, you're watching someone that is licensed close a life insurance policy for an appointment that you set, right? It was your client. You brought that person. But check this out. Right now, if you're brand new and you've never been promoted, you're at a 25% contract. If you wrote the same policy that resulted in 1,000 in premium, you'd make 250. Your advance is about 187. Well, right now you do the same thing and you watch and let somebody else do the work, you're going to make 300. What would you rather have? 187.50 or 300? It's a no-brainer, right? It's the dumbest question ever. I'll take 300. I'll take 300, right? So for all of you, when you come in, you log in, right? You put that $50 bonus by just logging into the app. That means your first bonus and promotion is worth 350 bucks. That's pretty dope. Like, that's a pretty solid thing to just watch because somebody else is going to do the work. I don't expect you to know what to do, but you watch and you learn. That's how you figure that out, right? So here's the crazy thing, right? Normally we say you sprint to district, right? You get your 3 by 3, so 3 recruits and 3,000 in premium. That's normally a 650 bonus. You sprint to district right now, it's 950. You get to division, right? You train up to division 1550. Guys, my 18-year-old son just got a 1350 bonus. It's going to be direct deposited into his account tomorrow. Pretty good, right? Pretty, he ain't mad. He ain't mad, I promise you that. Okay. The Broadmoor, this is the next trip coming up, right? So I don't know who's going to be in Colorado with me, but I don't miss trips. I've never not earned a trip since I've been in the business. You just play at your level and you will make it. It's for two. They fly you out. They put you up in the hotel for free, right? They cover it. Your breakfast is covered every day. Then you're off to the races. You do whatever you want for like lunch and dinner. There's room drops, there's swag, there's all guys, it's so cool. Ask Haley, right? She was with me in San Diego. She was with me in San Diego. And here's the cool thing. They always announce more like sprint slots. Why? Because the competition has been going on since November. So it's not really fair for somebody that just came into the business today, right? Like if you just came into the business today and you're competing with somebody in your category that's been around for 4 months, you're a little bit behind, right? You would agree that they've got like an unfair advantage. Well, Primerica knows that, and Primerica wants everybody to at least have a shot. So check it out. Even for brand new licensed people, newly licensed after, if you're competing in the sprint category, they're taking four extra people that are going to be barely licensed. That's pretty cool too. That's pretty cool too, right? So here's sort of like the where's the money, right? Because what do most people like that have been in the business for a minute, right? What do they say? Oh, I don't have anyone to see, right? I don't know what to say, right? If you thought about just asking five people a day, hey, where's the money? Where's the money? Right? Now, obviously, if you did that, people can kind of look at you funny, right? But we have some things in here that they've built in. But if you just kind of think in the back of your mind, where's the money? Where's the money? Well, by doing that, guys, you're naturally going to do more of this. I don't like this green now that I have the, hold on, hold on. I'm extra, I know. Do we like yellow? Is that better? Yeah, a little better. But if you just think about it, you're going to end up with more appointments. In this business, activity is everything. If you're just kind of sitting around hoping someone's going to call you and ask to buy life insurance, that's not really how it works, right? Activity is everything, guys. Okay, so you need more of this. Well, that's kind of what this is. That's kind of what this is for. But like, where did this come from, right? So if you said, "Where's the money?" Most people are gonna say, "Well, what money? What are you talking about? I don't know you no money," right? That's what most people are gonna say. I don't know you nothing, right? So look, if if we know that like the way tax returns are going because of the big beautiful bill, right? People are going to have more money in their tax refunds this year on average. The average right now is about 1,600 more, right? About 750 something per person. Okay. And so if we can, but if they don't know that and we're asking them, well, hey, can I help you find your money? Well, what do you mean? Right? That's a pretty powerful statement, right? Like if they don't know, right? If they don't know, hey, can I ask you a question? I've been asking people lately. Sure. Hey, where's the money? In other words, have you noticed where's there like anywhere you might have a little more money right now than you did last year? Right? Or like you could flip it, right? You could ask like the inverse of that. Like where are you noticing that you have less money right now than you did last year? Because that might be true as well, right? That might be true as well. These are just like ways to kind of like have conversations, right? Hey, when I'm hearing that a lot, right? Where do you think it's showing up? Is it you have lower expenses, you have higher take home pay? Like where's the extra money coming from? Right? If it's no, right, then taxes, right? Hey, no, I got a raise at work. Congrats. Did that money already find a purpose or is it just floating around? Guys, when you think about and like be honest, because it might even be true for you, right? Anytime you've gotten a raise, did you take money out of that raise and pay yourself first, right? Like let's say you got like a $2 an hour raise, you're making an extra 80 bucks a week, that's an extra 320 bucks a month. If you didn't have it before, you may necessarily not have needed it, but did you let all of that money hit your budget? Or did you say, hey, I didn't need all that money before. I'm going to take half of that and invest it and save it, and then the other half can hit the budget. Because that most people, guys, are the first part, right? They get a raise and then it's just like floating around, right? It's floating around. They don't really not really sure what to do with it. And so these are some of the things, right? So you kind of just have to listen for what people are saying, right? But yeah, this is a good one, right? Money doesn't disappear in uncertain times. It just moves. It ends up somewhere else, right? Most of the time, we just spend it. If we're not paying attention to where money goes, right? Money will go. It will just go. Okay. And so this is the focus for the month is like appointments, right? It should be the focus for every month, right? But appointments are going to drive your business because without appointments, right, there's there's nothing happening. And if nothing happening, right, that's like the cardinal sin in Primerica is lack of activity, right? So you could ask anybody these questions. It doesn't matter if it's a hot, warm, cold market, existing clients, right? Initial contact on anybody. All of the things that we do, you could ask somebody these questions. Okay. Especially if you phrase it like this. Well, hey, could I help you find more of the money? More of your money? Right? Everybody'd be interested. Like if we just met and we were having a conversation and I asked if I could help you find more of your money, would you think I was crazy? Would you tell me no? Would you at least be interested? Would it at least like pique your curiosity, right? Yeah, you would probably at least be like, I don't know, like that's interesting. All right. So there's a lot of things going on right now. I shared this one yesterday. This is actually been developed by the home office social media team and Andy and Brittany, our national sales directors. This is almost identical to the like generic opportunity post that we used to use. It's still very similar to the verbiage of the actual opportunity post that we used, right? And so this is like approved. It's out there, right? And I already like I put the picture. It's in Telegram. I'll text it out to everybody. But if you guys wanted to just float this out and just put it on social media and see what happens, go for it, right? It can't hurt. It can't hurt, right? Oh, I thought I deleted that slide. Okay, Matt, this one, I left this one in for you, buddy, right? So if you, or Haley, or anybody else that's working on a securities license right now, check this out. If you pass your exams and become fully licensed, right? So SIE 663 if needed. It says if needed because in Florida, in Louisiana, in Colorado, and Puerto Rico, you only need a SIE and a 6 to be securities licensed for your state. That's pretty cool, Nicole, right? Crystal, Chastity, anybody else in Louisiana, right? You don't need your 63. Pretty good, right? And then you write $1,000 in securities production within 3 months. Within 3 months of being active. And the first 500 people to do it before June are going to make an extra $1,000 bonus. Guys, you'll make more in the bonus than you will writing the securities trades. I never got a bonus. I'm kind of jealous. Y'all should go get the freaking bonus, right? You should. Here's the ones that I really wanted to kind of focus on because these are the things that you guys can be doing right now. Right now, right? You don't need a license for this stuff. Where's the money? Home and auto, right? Hey, I mean, Lakin, if I could save you money on your car insurance, wouldn't you want to know? Yeah, of course. Hey, listen, do me a favor. Call this number. My guys at Answer Financial are going to shop it out to like 30 different companies for you. If you like what they tell you, take it. If you don't like what they tell you, well, God bless, girl, don't switch. If it's more expensive, don't switch just because we're friends, right? Please don't. But if I could save you on average is like 50 bucks a month minimum. If they can save you money, the average savings is going to be about 600 bucks a year. You would want to know, right? If I could put an extra 50 bucks a month back in your pocket, you would want to know. Cool. It'll take you like 20 minutes. Call them, use my discount code, see what they can do. Now, what's the most common objection that you think you would get if you asked somebody to do that and they were sort of like, right? Okay, yeah, no, that's not an objection. That's just a question, right? Your discount code, Lakin, is just your rep ID, right? So like NGQ97 or whatever it is, right? Like it's 5 digits. Jen, perfect, right? They say, oh, it's kind of a hassle. I don't want to get a bunch of spam calls, right? So, hey, listen, Lakin, I promise you, you call these guys, they're never going to spam call you. You know why? Because they don't sell your information. The only people that they would give your information to is like the company that you would be switching to. Is that fair? Right? I mean, you would agree, like if you're going to switch, they kind of got to give it to them, right? Yeah, of course, right? Yeah, they're not going to spam you, but they're going to sit there and they're going to quote it to like 30 different companies, right? You know why most people don't switch their insurances ever? Because they don't want to do the research. It's a pain in the butt. And then they don't want to get a bunch of calls in reverse. Am I right? Yeah. Well, cool. Listen, I'm going to remove all of that. Call one guy, and in like 20, maybe 30 minutes, they'll know, right? They'll tell you, you'll know. And if they can't save you any money, well, that means what you've got right now is pretty good. Is that fair? Awesome. Listen, it'll take like 20 minutes. Get your declaration page. It's part of your insurance, right? It just has like your VIN, your deductible, your coverage, because I want you to get apple to apple comparison, right? I want you to be able to tell them exactly what you have, because I don't want you to take something less and save money. Well, you could just do that with the company you're with, right? So, guys, like, does that seem pretty simple? Seems pretty easy, right? Seems pretty easy. So look, this is the 800 number. We have that Answer Financial like text block that we send out. Uh, Somebody's probably already put it in Telegram. I can't see that screen right now, but if you haven't, Webs, would you throw that out there? Put it in Telegram for Answer Financial. And guys, call. You should call yourself. I don't mean like literally call yourself. You should call for yourself so that you understand the process. Even if you go, I don't have a car, I don't care. Call and use somebody else's information. Just or give the number to whoever has a car and listen. That way you know what it's going to sound like so that when you're telling somebody, you know, right? We call every 6 months, right? Before we renew, we call. They haven't been able to save me any money in Florida yet. Well, you know why? Because my wife is a friggin' fanatic about like staying on top of this stuff, but most people aren't. Most people aren't. But even though they couldn't switch and save us money, they've taught us something every time we call about stuff that they can see that we can't. Hey, you need to call and get this glass claim like changed from a actual like a collision to just a glass claim. It was a comprehensive claim for like a window chip. What? Yeah. You never know, right? They're going to teach you something. Michelle called. They couldn't save her anything, but they said, hey, do this, do this, do this. Call your company up back. They saved her like 600 bucks a year. And she didn't switch. They gave her stuff to do with her current company. And it's not just because she's an agent, guys, right? Not just because she's an agent. So here's the other reason why this would be good leverage for you to get in front of people, right? Check this out. Your first auto and home that you close is just going to pay you your commission. The second one, just going to pay you your commission. The third one is going to pay you your commission and an extra $75 bonus. And then every single one after that is an extra $75. If you help someone switch their auto and home, that's two. You help one more person switch auto and home, well, you're going to get paid for those and right, you've closed four, that's 150 bonus. There's no limit. There's no limit. $75 bonus for every closed referral after, right? Guys, like there you go, right? There you go. If you needed an extra incentive, well, getting paid 175 bucks to help someone save money on their car insurance when you don't have to do any work and all you have to do is ask a question and connect them, I ain't mad about that. I ain't mad about that at all, right? Here's another one. Here's another referral, right? Another referral bonus. Guys, this is on top of the commission that you're going to earn. If they have home and auto on one policy, does that, it would be two, like, right? Because you have to switch the auto policy and the home policy. Even though it's one, like there's two components to that. So yeah, you would get double credit for that, for sure. It's different types of coverage, right? Y'all that are brand new, if you've never done any PLPP or identity theft business before, You earn $100 bonus on your first three. Two of them must be PLPP. Okay, right? So you help two different people get wills and powers of attorney and that sort of thing set up, right? You make the $100 bonus and your commission. I think a brand new rep right now, commission on a PLPP is like $50, $40. We'll look it up, right? So you'd make, let's just say it's 50. If you did three, you'd make $250 by helping three people get wills and all that stuff set up. And your own stuff counts. Oh, by the way, did I say that? Your own stuff counts, not only for this and this, right? Well, that's the Vivint incentive. Hold on. If you referred yourself for home and auto and you save yourself money, and depending on the state you're in, you get paid directly to do it, it counts. You can refer yourself just like anything else, right? PLPP, guys, you can do this on your app. I'm going to pull up the actual like POL and kind of walk you through some of these things here in a second, right? Vivint, right? The incentive is for RVPs and above, but if you're brand new, right, and you go watch the video and do a Vivint referral within the first 30 days and they do the install of you being in the business, right? You're going to make your 250 comp, you're going to make the new rep bonus and whatever extra incentive Vivint has going on. Crazy. Haley, the state restrictions on what? Home and auto or PLPP or what? Just unmute.
All of it. I know South Carolina, you have to be licensed for PLPP. Um,
So yes, right? So you like if there is a state license requirement for that, then yeah, you can't because it's a personal referral rep thing, right? Plus you've
what
done
about the
PLPP
home and auto?
before. Yeah, home and auto does not matter, right? Home and auto, if you are in a state like me, like I'm in Florida, and I refer people, well, I just won't make the commission. But on my third one, I'll start making 75. So guys, if you're in a state where you normally wouldn't get paid for a home and auto referral, well, God bless, this is the month to do it. This is the month to do it. You're going to make almost as much money in the bonuses, right? Go get two, and that way on your third one, you start getting paid. If you knew you could get paid now versus doing it next month when you won't get paid because the bonus is gone, you should probably do it now. Oh, by the way, you help somebody save some money. What does that do? It frees money up that they were already spending. They can pay for life insurance. They can start investing. They can save more. They can pay off debt faster. Are they going to be mad about any of those things? If it was money they were already spending and we're just repurposing it and they're getting more for it. No, it's a no-brainer. It's a freaking no-brainer, right? I think that's about it on this one. Oh yeah, so they finally released it. Part of America's Best Financial Services. This is from Time Magazine, guys. You would agree that most people know what Time Magazine is. Kind of hard to argue. Most people know what Forbes Magazine is. Some people don't, but most people know what Forbes Magazine is. You got awards from Time and Forbes for your company. Pretty good. Pretty good, right? What's this last one? Primerica Social? Yeah. So it's out there, guys. It's out there. Questions on this before I move into something else? Anybody? No? Good. All right. So let's talk about the home and auto stuff really fast, and let's talk about PLPP. And right. So let's do it from the app, right? Because most of you guys are going to be on your phones, especially if you're out and you're talking to people, right? So if you're having a conversation and you pull up your phone, right? You log into your app, click the little three lines, right? Turbo Apps is where most of the things live that you're ever going to do with clients. For people that are unlicensed, you need to go to Tools, and then inside of your Tools is where the Turbo Apps will live, okay? But if you've been around, you're licensed, you're appointed, just go to Turbo Apps. If you're not and you're new, go to Tools, and Turbo Apps is inside of there. When you click Turbo Apps, if you were going to refer someone for like auto insurance, right? You would probably click the thing that says auto and home. Pretty simple, right? It's right there. Now, if you can give them the phone number and your rep ID and have them call. That's one way to do it. The other way to do it is to go in here and set up your Refer Secure portal, right? So so obviously this is me, but if you've never done this before, there should be a spot down here somewhere that says create profile or something, right? So create that, set that guy up, and then look, if you're going to refer a client, auto and home, oh, small business counts too, right? How many of you guys know people that run like small businesses or they're like independent contractors or anything, right? They carry maybe like a general liability insurance or workman's comp or anything, right? We can do that too. Did you know that? Small business insurance, right? Or auto and home. So auto and home, bum, 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 bum. Once you have your profile set up, right, all of your stuff will go in here. And then you just go add the client's information. Most people, right, I prefer text, right? If you like email, right, select it for email. That's just how you get reminders for your clients. And then you just fill their information out. Well, I don't want to do the referral, right? Because I don't want anybody, like, I don't want someone to call and switch and me get paid for it. So for all of you guys, I want you to do it for yourselves. Refer yourself. So go set this profile up and then refer yourself, pick a time, right? Let me see if I can just do myself here really quick. So it pops up, right? So it says, hey, knucklehead, you're in Florida. You need a property and casualty license to get paid for this, to get compensated because you're in Florida. So it'll tell you, right? Okay, yeah, I get it. I don't care, right? And so I want them to call me in English and I want a quote for auto and home. Okay. So now I'm going to pick a time. Yeah, I am. God bless. I'd like to schedule with any agent. Right now, if you know a specific agent, you can pick, like you can put their names in, right? If you got somebody that you've used a bunch, otherwise just use any agent. Hell, I could have them call me tonight, I guess. Oh no. They close at 8. Sorry, 8 to 8, right? So I want them to call me tomorrow. Bum, 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 bum. If there's any appointments, they'll show up, right? So these are all of the different time slots, right? So if you're booking this for someone, right? I'll go back there in a second, Lakin. Right? If you're booking this for someone, so say, hey, look, Lakin, they're going to call you tomorrow between 11 and 12. It might be an 800 number. It's probably going to be a number you don't recognize. Okay, so if you get a call between 11 and 12 tomorrow and you don't recognize the number, it's somebody from Answer Financial. Please answer that call. It could save you like 600 bucks a year. You don't want to miss that call. Am I right? Tie them down, guys, right? So like not tie them up, like don't make it weird. You tie them down to you anchor them to the idea that this is something that they don't want to miss. Okay. Appointment notes, just put anything in there, right? Put in like, hey, client needs this, client has like this company already, whatever, right? Just don't put any like personal information in there. Okay. And then submit it. And then boom, right? They get a call. And so here, let me go back, right? So here's you just logged into your app. This is your app home. Okay. Upper left, click these 3 lines. And this is going to drop down your little menu. Turbo apps is where everything that we're going to do ever lives. Okay. For you, your turbo apps, if you're unlicensed, is down here under tools. So click tools first, and then inside of tools is turbo apps. Okay. So turbo apps, and then boom. So auto and home is right here. Legal protection, right? You could sign somebody up for Legal Shield right now. You'd make like 40, 50 bucks, right? And then identity theft, same thing. You make like 30 because it's way cheaper. So the commission is less, right? Commission is less. But guys, like that's how simple that is. And like one of the things that we've found is that Answer Financial is more effective in certain areas. Okay. And it just has to do with the way that insurances and things work based on different states. And so the thing we've seen the most lately is that like the Midwest has the highest sort of like bang for the buck in terms of where Answer Financial has the most effect, right? The biggest savings I've seen ever came from Indiana and Arkansas. There were a couple that came out of like I've had a couple clients in Virginia and North Carolina that did pretty good too, but Indiana, right? I told Matt 2 days ago. I said, bro, you need to burn that state down in terms of getting people to call Answer Financial because you've seen it twice now, right? Matt's sister saved almost $400 a month on car insurance. I said, bro, did she have like gold plated, like, I mean, what in the world was she paying for? Like, saved her $400 a month. Okay. And then Veronica's grandma, right? Veronica's grandma saved 200 and some odd dollars a month. Guys, that's $2,400 a year and almost 5 grand a year. Do you think they're mad? No, they're happy as hell, right? Hey, grandma, listen, I'm so glad we were able to get you that savings. That's an extra $2,400 a year now. What do you want to do with it? Do you want to save it? Do you want to invest it? Right? Do you want to put some money away for the grandkids? Right? Do you want to look at a different life insurance policy? It was money you were already spending anyway. What if we can get you more for it? Guys, that's the way to have that conversation. And when you find some success in an area, exploit it. Go find more people, right? Especially right now when you're going to get a massive bonus. Dang, Sean, so you cut yours in half. You
I'm sitting
like
here being
600 each.
silent, and the funny thing, Noah, people don't really focus on the other quote unquote products. I was on
Mhm.
stage at convention for that,
Yeah.
for Auto Home and Vivint.
Yeah, look, Client Solutions, guys, you could win the trip to
Killed it.
Broadmoor for Client Solutions. You could literally win the trip to Broadmoor on Client Solutions. Watch this. I'm gonna pull it up right now. I have to, because I did it the other day and I could not believe like the guy that was earning the trip, like how little he had done. He or she, I can't remember, right? So Best in the West is Colorado. Client Solutions, this is personal, right? So these are people that he's referred, they've referred, right? The number one person has a grip, right? They do like auto and home, like out the wazoo. That's like what they do. Okay. So they've done 162 referrals for auto and home. That's the number one dude. But he's number one by like a factor of four over number two. Now watch this. They're taking 25 winners, 25 couples. What's the last dude winning? Right? Layla and the Blessing Motive Nation. Maybe that's a typo. I don't know. Maybe Motive Nation is what is real. One auto and home and 13 PLPPs. Y'all, they are going to get a trip to a 5-star resort. The Broadmoor is the longest running, continuous running 5-star resort in the country. It's no joke. It is legit. And they are right now earning the trip off of 13 PLPPs and a friggin' auto and home. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And look, you get points for all of it, right? Auto home, PLPP, Vivint, ID theft. Y'all, come on, right? And especially when you look at right here, Nicole, right? Y'all should be just tearing up Louisiana and Arkansas right now because not only are you going to get paid on the third one, you're going to get paid and a bonus. I mean, guys, look, $100 for an auto referral. On your third one, you would make $175 for having someone else make a phone call. And your own stuff counts. It's crazy to me, right? Crystal, you and your mom should just be tearing it up, right? Y'all are on the border right here. Y'all live like right up in y'all. You get double dip both states, right? Jen, find some people in Alabama, right? Webbs, get going on North Carolina. Like light that thing up, guys, because you're gonna double dip. Haley, if you ever want to get paid for friggin' car insurance in South Carolina, this is your month. Get three and then let it rip, right? The crazy thing about this, guys, is it's personal production though, right? It has nothing to do with somebody like beneath you. It has everything to do with you, right? It has everything to do with you. So where are those people going to come from, right? Are they going to like flock to you? Probably not. right? You're going to have a conversation, which is why the whole like, where's the money march thing, it's why it exists, right? Where's the money, right? Man, Lakin, if I could just save you $50 a month on your car insurance, what would that do? Like, would that be good for you? Or would you like not care? Like, right? Veronica, I mean, man, if we could save your grandma a couple $100 a month on her car insurance, wouldn't that make such a massive difference for her? She's probably on a fixed income. Am I right? Yeah, it'd be cool. It definitely wouldn't suck. Right? Putting more money in somebody's pocket is a good thing. Guys, like in the back of your mind, you should always be thinking, man, if I could save you money on something you're already spending money on, is that something that you'd be open to taking a look at? Those are the magic words, right? Those are the magic words. Now, if somebody doesn't have life insurance and you're helping them get life insurance, well, that doesn't really like that doesn't work, right? But I promise you, they probably are paying too much on their car insurance, maybe their home insurance, maybe their renter's insurance, right? Some of you guys know people that aren't buying a house right now, right? They're not paying a mortgage, they are renting. Well, if you're renting, you should have renter's insurance. It protects you, right? It protects your stuff. It isn't about the structure, it's about you and your stuff, right? Yeah, Haley, I can do that. PLPP, guys, is the easiest thing you will ever do. It's the easiest thing you'll ever do. Easy peasy, right? So I'm still in the app. I'm still in Turbo Apps. Does anybody need to see how to get back to Turbo Apps again? Are we good? Done that enough times, right? Okay. Repetitive blunt force trauma on things for training works. I promise, right? I promise. But look, if you're in here, right? Legal protection. Bum, 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 bum. Easy peasy. So where is the person, right? Where is the client? It does not matter where you are unless you're in South Carolina. Then I'm sorry, you need a license, right? And if you want a will for yourself and you want to get that stuff set up and you're not licensed yet, talk to Haley or talk to Jessica Mead. They have the South Carolina license required for that, right? Whoever you use, they will like Cash App you or Venmo you like the commission that you should have made for yourself. I promise, right? Every other state though, doesn't matter. We don't have anybody in the other states. So where's the client, right? So Lakin, right? Like if you wanted to, and I keep using her just because she's right in the middle of my screen, right? Like if you wanted to do one for yourself, you would just pull this up. Your rep ID would be in here, right? Because you're in your POL. Like I can't change this even if I wanted to, right? And then just hit continue. And then you go down, it explains the different plans. Well, which one do you need, right? Do you need basic? Preferred is usually like middle of the road. That's the one that's gonna give you like the most options and it's the cheapest. But if you have somebody that needs a trust set up, well, then they would need the platinum one. All right. But check this out. This is like the middle of the road one is kind of the best because you can do everything that the basic one does, but you can do annual updates. You get probate services, vehicle property damage, uncontested divorces. I mean, prenup agreements, reinstate a license, review rental leases as a tenant, review mortgage documents. Like, how many guys have you ever sat down and you looked at a legal document and you're like, am I really supposed to read all 8,000 pages of this before I sign the damn thing? And you're like super hesitant. You're like, I don't want to sign this. How comforting would it be to be like, hey, I need like a 48-hour pause. I just want to have my lawyers look over this. Now, you'd be peacocking around the friggin' office after you said, I need to have my lawyers look over this, right? This is like having a lawyer on retainer. Guys, listen, my son just turned 18 in December, right? The next month we redid our wills, three, right? Me, Melissa, and him. Three powers of attorney, one for each of us. Three medical directives, right? Those are 9 different legal documents. You know how much it cost me extra in PLPP? Zero. Zero. Because the service, right? It covers you, covers your spouse, and eligible children, dependents. It cost me nothing. Just the 3 wills alone, had I not had Legal Shield set up, probably would have cost somewhere between $1,200 and $1,500. That's the average price of a will, somewhere between $400 and $500 if you're having it done with a lawyer, right? So look, add to cart. There's a $10 enrollment fee. That's it, right? So today would be $50. That's it. And you go to checkout, put in their card information, boom, you're done. Have them download the app, right? Their system will be alive in about 48 hours. They could be in their Legal Shield doing a will worksheet Saturday. It gets sent off to their local lawyer's office, right? Give it a week. You'll have a cool like manila envelope in the mail with your will and whatever other legal documents you need to review that and then go get it notarized. Boom, you're done. Bob's your uncle, right? Some of y'all don't get that. You're not old enough. It's literally that easy, right? It's literally that easy, guys. So, questions? Okay, no? Good? Everybody's feeling good? All right, a couple more things because I don't want you to miss, right? Let's come back to the $300 bonuses. All right, let's come back to the $300 bonuses because I really like, I want this to sink in. So, look at this, right? This looks just like the normal promotion chart, right? But it's been gussied up for the new bonus. Guys, look, your first bonus and promotion, right? If you're a rep right now and you want to like get a raise, right? Because it's a raise, you lock it in forever. You don't have to keep doing it, right? Your first promotion and bonus is worth $300 this month. If you did it last month, it's still worth it. It carries over. It doesn't go away, right? It just builds. It keeps building. Okay. You pass your exam, you're at 3x3, you're at a 50% contract. Guys, this is what we say when we say sprint to district. Can I give you 100% pay raise? Can I double your commission for you? I would hope so, yeah, because look, you're at a 25 right now. Let me double your commission and you earn a $900 bonus plus 50 for logging into the app. That's Primerica's money. That's not my money. I want you to get all of it. Right? So look, transparency. My son, right? I did all of his field training, obviously, right? He was top heavy on premium because I write personal, right? I write personal stuff, right? So he was top heavy on premium, and he had enough room for like 2 extra bonuses. Okay. So look, I went and paid for 2 people. I recruited 2 people to his bonus. They weren't going to do anything. I already submitted their refunds because he just got appointed and he's going to get paid tonight. Right. So I paid out 124 times 2. So I paid out $248. I'm going to get back 69 of that for each one, right? The 25 you never get back. You get back, there's like a $30 processing fee. You get back 69 of the 99 if somebody submits if you submitted a refund, right? And so 69 times 2. Okay, so I'm going to get back 138, right? So what am I out? $110? That's what I spent effectively once the refund hits. I spent 110. Primerica is going to send us an extra 600 in a bonus. If you're top heavy on premium, y'all need to go find some people that might be good in the business. And if they're not, who cares? Process the refund. Sponsor their 99, have them pay the 25. Look, dude, I think you'd be amazing at the business. I think you'd be great at this. I want to give you a shot. I want to give you a leg up. I'm going to pay your licensing fee, right? I'm going to cover your 99. All you got to come up with is $25. Can you come up with $25? Awesome. Listen, I want to get you your state license. Everything's covered for your state license, right? All your curriculum, everything is in there. Let me do that for you. Boom, $300 bonus. And if the dude's a knucklehead and ends up not doing anything, process the refund. You'll get back 69 of your 99. I don't care. It's not my money. It's Primerica's money. Shh. Don't tell him I told you. Look, guys, I don't care how you get the bonus, right? I just want you to get it. If you've earned it, I want you to get it. And we will help you get it. I promise. If you're high on premium, we're gonna find you some recruits. I might have to get creative with you, but we're gonna find some because you're gonna bonus. Okay. If you're high on recruits, right? How many of you guys out there have ever seen your bonus just go bloop? Like you wake up the next morning, you log into POL and your bonus is bumped. And you're like, where'd that come from? The fairy godmother, right? AKA probably me or me telling somebody else, hey, put this here, put that there, right? Like the puppet master. Guys, because I'm not gonna let you not win. If you're if you're working and I'm not gonna let you not win. It does it costs us nothing. Why wouldn't we? That's the kind of business that you're in now. And I know it's weird, right? I know it's weird. People want you to win. We're here to help. That doesn't happen in corporate America. It does here. It does here, right? And so goals, right? What are our like running goals? Did anybody see it in the text earlier? Like what are we shooting for every month? Like how many new recruits, how many how much in premium? Anybody remember? My chat box went away. No wonder I can't see it. 50 by 50, right? Has anybody ever seen like the 50 by 50 and been like, I don't know what the hell Noah's talking about? Because if you're new, like I could totally understand like where that would come from, right? So here's where it comes from. And let me show you back how I got here. I'm still in the app, right? I'm still in the app. Rewards and recognition, right? We like recognition. So go here and then hit challenge score. Now, if you're brand new, it might still say 0 by 0. Don't relax, right? Don't freak out, right? But when we're talking about like what production that we want to do, like what are our goals for the month, right? Well, 50 by 50. Last month we did pretty good. It was one of the best months we've had in a while, right? But we're not satisfied, right? We're not satisfied with last month, right? Yesterday's home runs don't win ball games today. Right? So last month we got close. We were over 30 by 30. So that's like 10 by 10, 20 by 20, 30 by 30. That's really the goal, right? And 50 by 50 is really where we want to be, right? And so that's where we want to be. Let's look at right now, kind of where we are so far for the month. Okay. Hey, not bad, right? We're in the top 100, right? A little bit of premium, 6 recruits, right? That's pretty good for where we kind of want to be. And here's another tracker. Like you can't find this on POL. This is internal, right? So just so you guys can kind of see like where we are, right? Percentage wise, well, this is us, right? So if our goal is 50 and we're at 6 recruits for the month, we need to be at 7% to be on track. We're at 12. It's good. We're ahead of the curve. But when you get ahead in a race, do you slow down? No. Heck no, right? Do not slow down. Don't slow down. So we need to keep that up. Like keeping that up right now looks like, hey, share that graphic out there, right? Where's the money? Let's share that thing. Let's see what happens. Right? And then for the closers and producers right now, so for March, right? We're just getting started. So there's a lot of people tied at 1. Okay. So Alyssa Webbs, good job. Brittany Haddon, Christy, Evan, right? Evan doesn't even know. He's on the leaderboard. Good for him. Right. And then premium, right? So I've got some premium. Michelle's got some premium. Haley's got some premium. So those are the closers right now, right? So those are the now if you're not licensed yet, you will not show up here, right? This is only for the licensed agents. So if you want to get recognition for the premium side of things, right? We do that on Tuesday nights for unlicensed premium. So if you want recognition for that, it's there, right? And then securities volume, my goal for this month is to get about a 250,000 in securities done. So that's kind of where we're at, guys, right? So don't miss don't miss this $300 bonus. I know we said it wouldn't be there this month again. I was wrong. 3 months in a row? No way. Not a chance, right? Not a chance. Jen Scarlett was February. Right? So that's why she's not on there for March yet. So Sweet, guys. So look, that's all I got. I'm not gonna like waste a bunch of time. I'll get this recording out in case you want to go back and look at any of that tonight. If you have questions, if you ever have questions, please ask your trainer, ask in Telegram, right? Because if you ask in Telegram, other people are going to see the answers to it. If you're not getting notifications in Telegram, do me a favor, check your Telegram. Make sure that the chat itself is not muted, right? Because sometimes that happens, but I don't want you guys to miss anything. So just take a look at your Telegram and like mine right now, you can see I'm in a bunch of different chats, but some of them have this little like speaker with a line through it, right? So that guy right there is muted. I still get notifications, but it doesn't like ding my phone. Okay. Right. I'm in that one. I'm in that one. Right. But this one's not muted. Right. See, it's not there. That's ours. And then the other one up here, not muted. Okay, so just go double check that. Sometimes it happens, right? Technology's weird, but right, sometimes it's weird. I would. He's at lacrosse practice, right? And Josh, right? Yeah, I'd get him on, but he's doing school things, right? He's a kid. All right, guys. I love you. Look, I'll get the recording out. I put all of the links out yesterday in Telegram. I've pinned it. So if you at the top, if you click the pinned messages, it'll take you to 4 different YouTube links, right? There's one for Tuesday, one for Thursdays. Well, I guess that's my personal one, right? One for Tuesdays, one for Wolfpack, one for Sundays, and then my personal one, right? All sorts of stuff. So if you're like, oh, I missed it, I need that, right? Well, go click it and then just look at the date. Okay. Can't screw it up. Love you guys. I'll get the recording out here in a little bit, right? I want you in Telegram, go into Telegram and tell me what you plan to do personally this month, right? Whether it's 1 recruit and 1,000 in premium, whether it's 5 auto home, I don't know. I want to go see what you guys plan to do this month though, okay? Because then we can sort of track that and we'll kind of see how everybody did at the end of the month. Is that fair? All right, so think about it and then go put it in Telegram. All right, love you guys. Bye.